Good day, class. Welcome to our subject, Introduction to HDL, or Hardware Description Language. I'm your instructor, Engineer Victor Jan Ansiado. So, instructor for this subject. So, let's start HDL. What is HDL? So, as I've told you, HDL is an hardware description language. It is a specialized. So in computer engineering, this is very useful, and this is one of the topics that we really need to focus, because in the field, this is already one specific job. So hardware description language is a specialized computer language used to describe the structure and behavior of electronic circuits, and most commonly the digital logic circuits. So, ang HDL means that this is a language nga gigamit para ma-specify, ma-identify nimo what are the behaviors, unsay gibuhat ug unsay buhaton sa imong hardware. So, ang hardware description language, it is actually, as it states here, is a precise formal description of electronic circuit that allows, for the automated analysis and simulation of an electronic circuit. Okay. So, it is a formal and precise description of electronic circuit that allows for automated analysis and simulation of electronic circuits. So, meaning, hardware description language is very useful. So, for example, you are developing a circuit, especially, for example, let's say we'll be developing your own or your design integrated circuit, IC, okay? So, when you develop your IC, you need to run and test its functionality, its structures, behaviors, if it really functions well. So, this is where hardware description language enters. So, kung na kay mga pambuhaton, like for example, you want to make a microcontroller, okay? So, or any IC, or it's, let's say, logic gates. You want to make your own logic gates, diba? In your logic circuits, you are asked to design things, diba? In laboratory, in your projects. What if katong gigama ninyo sa inyong projects, you want to make it as one IC? So therefore, you need to simulate it. You need to run it. You need to make a code that is ready to be written or to be made as integrated circuit. So mahimo na lang siyang usa ka IC. Imbes na, diba? When you make your projects, daghang IC, gipang sak pa ninyo. So here, you are making those wires, those connectivity, it says here, di ba? So, physical electronic components and how they are connected together. So, imbes magtagsa-tagsa ka adto, i-design mo na siya through language, through coding, specify nimo asa siya connected, imbes na from this input to this output, and etc. Imbes wire na siya, specify nimo into codes. After that, ma-simulate nimo whether it is really functioning well sa imuhang gusto. So, here it is clearly stated that it is also, or it also allows for the synthesis of an HDL description into a netlist. Netlist is a specification of how they are connected, or your mga electronic parts, di ba? Katong kunyari AND or inverter gi-connect ninyo. So that is a detailed specification. Kato kung i-detail to specification tong gibuhat ninyo, that is called netlist. So, which can be placed and routed to produce a set of masks. Here, when you say set of masks, this is the mask that you found in your integrated circuit. So, tanawon nimo sa sod ng integrated circuits nimo, so you'll found set of masks. Okay? So, HDL looks much like a programming language. Okay? So, it is much look like your programming language C and ALGOL. So, most of you really know C, di ba? So, especially as computer engineering, so this is our foundation. So, programming C. So if you still recall your C, and I hope that you still remember that one, then this language will be a much easier one. Although the subject itself is the language is much easier. Okay, so as my colleagues, mentors told us that learning hardware description language really don't need you to have some in-depth learning in programming. So at least you know how your circuit or your developing system works. Dapat kay ka unsay functionality, unsay buhaton niya og behavior sa imong gigama. Okay. So it is a textual description. So it says here, it is a textual, okay, description consisting of expressions, statements, and control structures. So one of the different, okay, so sir, what is the difference of the programming language HDLs and the normal programming language is that the notion of time. Because in the normal programming language, we don't be specific kung unsang time siya, pila ka seconds ang iyang release sa output. So, wala ta kayo focus ana in programming na language na to. In programming language na to, importante na to is mo output siya, mo gana siya, mo ni atong gusto mahitabo. But here in the HDL, importante siya. Unsa kapaspasa ang release sa output niya from the input, musod siya sa gigama nimo before siya mo output, unsa kadugaya siya, importante siya because di ba when you're doing, for example, you're designing a cell phone, so importante kayo si time because obviously if you make a cell phone na dili siya faster, di ba, when you look at the phone, you look for speed, unsa siya kapaspason inyong computer, unsa siya kapaspason. So importante in hardware description language is time. Okay? So that you could satisfy ang needs sa ato ang mga clients na gigamaan nato sa ato ang hardware. So HDL forms an integral part of electronic design automation. So when you do design automations, like for example, hardware, electronic siya. So there is a existing kanyari demand na kay gipagama nimo na kay applications na gigama nimo, and then gamaan nimo siya og hardware, di ba? That's what we are, computer engineers. At the end of this and of other subjects, you are asked to develop a system. So in that part, very integral part adto sa HDL. So you need to specify or identify and design your electronic system. So this is important. So especially for complex circuits such as application-specific integrated circuit, matong giingon ako ninyo. So if you are asked to design a specific functionality of a specific circuit, so di ba, kung magpagama ko ninyo og projects, for example, in your microprocessor, I want you to design a automated scanning of temperature. At the same time, just using face recognition will identify the age of that person, gender, and etc. So for example, you do that. Obviously they're more on software, but with regards, for example, you develop a system with its own hardware, then integral part kayo sa HDL. So microprocessors and programmable logic devices. So gamit kayo sa HDL. Okay, so HDL, commonly types of HDL na gipanggamit is in the industry, mo ni ang two biggest, the Verilog, VHDL, and the others. So in the others, these HDLs are specific to the company because na yung mga company nga na-siya like kagilingong HDLs. Okay, but majority of the company uses Verilog. Next is VHDL and others. So let's discuss them. So let's have a background history of HDLs and other types of HDLs. So the Verilog is one of the widely used HDL. So, or hardware description language. Why? So later we'll discuss why is that. So the two counterpart or the two kanunay when you talk about HDL is Verilog and VHDL. Or VHDL is very high speed integrated circuit hardware description language. So which are considered as the industry standard for HDL. So due to the increasing complexity of ASIC or application specific integrated circuit, so mga application based and field programmable gate array, so there is a demand increase of the libraries and libraries written in our HDL. So, di ba? Syempre ang ato ang demand, ato ang mga gustong panggamon, high-tech na kayo. So, ang mga libraries, meaning mga features sa ato ang HDL, dapat improve po. So, next, VHDL became the IEEE or Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineer standard, which is IEEE standard 1076 in 1987. So Verilog became the IEEE standard 1364 in 1995. But believe me, then the Verilog is much longer than the VHDL. So, mas dugay na ni si Verilog than VHDL. Okay? So, it says here, Verilog has been used longer than VHDL. It was launched by a company called Gateway Design Automation Incorporated. So, but was only released for public in 1990s. So, after the company called Cadence Design System, okay, brought Gateway in 1989. So, ang meaning ang Verilog, exclusive lang na siya sa katong Gateway Design Automation na company. So, managingon ako ninyo, there are other companies who have their exclusive HDL. So, nagama sila kagalingon nila, which is designed para nila. Okay, for example, mga car automations karon. I don't know, some of the companies have their own HDLs for the design of the cars, mga automatic cars, and other mga specialized on high-end na mga applications. So, sa una, ang Verilog the same as those other HDLs. But in 1989, since the Cadence Design System brought the Gateway, then they released it as is a common. Okay? So that's why it is in 1995 nahimo siyang IEEE standard. So unsa pud ang IEEE standard ay sir? So meaning kung moingon kag IEEE standard or mga standard sa ato technology, IEEE man na siya. So kung ingon kag ingana, so mao ni ang standard na should follow of all the designers. Like for example, your USB na siya IEEE standard na ingana kada ka ang port, micro USB, USB, type C. So naa na siya standard. So pag miingon siya, okay, IEEE standard this number, mao ni dapat ang panggamiton karon sa ato ang cellphone. So mao na dapat i-follow sa mga manufacturing company. Okay. So, nahimo siyang standard in 1995. Okay. Let's continue. So, let's have the history na pod sa ato ang Verilog. Okay. A brief history of the other, sa overall HDL. So, history of Verilog. So, Verilog started initially as a proprietary hardware modeling language. As I've told you, company-based which is Gateway Design Automations, which is around 1984. It is rumored that the original language was designed by taking features of the most popular HDL language of that time. So, pasabot, rumors lang siya ha. So, ang Verilog came from na siya sa gigama pong HDL sa una, which is called Hilo, as well as the traditional language of such as C. So mura siya combination. Murag gagama kining pormahan niya or kining pamaagi niya plus the C.